Today we're talking about memes, but not just any memes, some of the strongest memes of all time. You've probably seen countless videos of the most random characters being compared to the strongest memes in fiction, probably from one of us. There's also the ones with the charts that are super funny, but we've got a huge list of these characters and we're gonna rank them based on how accurate these memes really are. Here's the tiers. We have unironically busted, the characters that are both strong and funny, the ones that are strong but it's mostly a stretch, the complete memes, and eventually the frauds. Ron, we have a pretty comprehensive list here. Do you think we have a lot of frauds on our hands today?
I don't know. I saw Buggy and my heart sank.
Okay, we can actually start with Buggy then. The way you phrase that, are you trying to say he's like bottom tier here?
You know, it's hard to quantify because Buggy is such an immaculate man. You know, he deceives his greatest enemies, but also his biggest fans like myself. So he's one of those characters that could go either way.
As of right now, he's just a complete meme, but you're saying he could potentially be higher. So does that mean you would say it's like a stretch or he's still in that complete meme tier here?
No, I think bro's still stretching like Luffy, but maybe one day he'll surprise us all. Yeah, you know, I think for right now we'll have to put him in complete meme, but you know, as the tier list develops, we might have to change it around.
Let's move along though. We start with the clown and now we have the luchador, the man El Macho himself. Oh man, this brother has one of the greatest primes I ever seen.
You know, my experience with El Macho is just through your videos, but from that alone, this guy's aura was unmatched. Like if Goku went up against El Macho, I don't think he would win. I think he'd take the L.
But here's the thing, El Macho is kind of a demon. He jumped out of a plane with dynamite strapped to him, riding a shark into an active volcano, and somehow survives. He faked his death with that.
So basically, he did what Kaido does, but like that's just like a daily activity. You know, Kaido was trying to cut it off. This guy's trying to cut it in.
I didn't think it was possible to make Kaido's feat of jumping out of the sky look minimal, but that's exactly what El Macho does. I mean, the man drinks snake venom for shots. I would say it's a bit of a stretch. I think he's a good bit of a stretch guy.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
If you really think about it, him at his strongest point in like the purple minion monster thing form, he's strong, but like he's like building level at most. So I don't think he gets that strong and funny. He's a bit of a stretch. Okay, yeah, maybe we can bump him up later. It's gonna be hard to do that when we have someone like Metro Man.
Metro Man that's my guy. Metro Man was such an OP legend that even when he wasn't on the screen, they're still thinking about him. It's like the movie was there to die for him.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't waste a single second of screen time. Every time he's on the screen, he's farming aura, whether it's with his dancing, flexing his calves, making it look like he's farting. That clip is actually, by the way, doesn't have the plug falling out of him. That's besides the point. He is an absolute monster. There's the scene where he's like speeding through the entire city in slow motion. That might be one of the greatest speed feats and displays of speed in general that I've ever seen. And I'm being unironic here. He is unironically busted here and way less of a meme than he is broken. He's never taken a single ounce of damage.
This guy's indestructible.
Another animated movie character, we have good old Grug the caveman. You know, his meme has kind of passed by now, but in his meme prime, oh brother, this guy was like one of the strongest.
Didn't he like kick like a rock or something into space? Like I don't know too much about Grug. All I know is that each and every one of his feats kind of broke the scales of what I could have imagined in an animated character.
No, he definitely kicked a log into outer space, but like, I don't know. He's kind of a tank too. He gets struck by lightning and just like, you know, casually shrugs it off later in the movie, but it's not like he has toon force. Like you would think he has toon force with him kicking a log into space, but like that's not the case. I think he's a perfect strong and funny type of guy, you know? He's not like super broken like Metro Man is, but he's still strong enough to kick a log into space. We're not just gonna like shrug by that. Shrug rhymes with Grug.
I mean, with some other guys that we have on this list, like I don't know if he can compare, but I think strong and funny, that's a great placement for him.
I think we might have our first fraud here. We have Curious George.
Okay, I'm gonna die on the Curious George like a timeline. Like that. This is my guy. Like have you seen Sun Wukong George?
Sun Wukong? That's not canon.
It's canon to my timeline. I don't know about you, but Curious George, that's my hero. Like I went to the wiki. His only weakness is his curiosity and his own recklessness, but that's also his greatest strength. This guy is so strong. His weaknesses are actually his greatest strengths. He has no losses. Well, no victories either, but I like to focus on the small details.
Yeah, I mean, they do say things get furious when George gets curious, but I mean, like, you say he's on the versus battle wiki?
He's on the versus battle wiki. He's got the optional equipment of a spacesuit and rocket boots. Like, this guy comes prepared to fight.
Okay, hold on. I'm pulling this up right now. I need to take a look at this for myself.
Hey man, it just says he survived being attacked by a hippo. Yeah, didn't sustain any damage, and hippos are the strongest animals on Earth. So
that statement I'll agree with. Remember, I made a video a while back. It said hippos didn't have no weaknesses, so that might be something, but does it say he was completely unfazed after driving off a cliff? I missed that episode.
The only thing that's scary is when George isn't curious. Yeah, George is my guy.
Was on top of a dinosaur skeleton as it collapsed. What? Now that we put the memes aside, where's he really going? Where's he really going? He's
a fraud.
Monkey. He's a fraud. Yeah.
He's a fraud.
Let's be honest, guys. Let's put the memes aside. My boy is a fraud. He's a little monkey. I mean, maybe he survived driving off a cliff, but so can every other character here, right? Maybe not, but anyways, now that we've gotten that out the way, it's time to bring up a character that also is past his meme prime. Honestly, became a lot more trending at the time than I thought he would have. We have the one and only Mr. Impossible.
Okay, I gotta say this. I think Mr. Impossible is actually unironically busted.
All right, all memes aside, his ability is kind of like infallible. The only thing you could say against him is the no limits fallacy. But again, he can literally do the impossible. There isn't a single thing that he can't do, theoretically.
Unless Mr. No comes to the table and says no, then, he might be cooked there. It's in his name, Mr. Impossible. That's just who he is. He does the impossible. Whatever you can imagine that's impossible, he'll do it.
Yeah, I mean, there was one book where Mr. Marvelous, who can do anything marvelous, does the impossible better than Mr. Impossible, but that's like a whole different conversation. I will say, there is a book where Mr. Impossible fights like Zeus and Poseidon. I feel like we can't just brush by that. These are Greek mythology gods, some of the strongest characters in fiction.
Yeah, he turns, and just for just for more evidence, Zeus with his brothers, they defeated their father, who's the god of space and time. Mr. Impossible beat that guy. So
2v1.
Yeah, exactly. This guy's he's a walking W.
Yeah, I think he might be the real deal. I think he's unironically busted.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, so many people are gonna come at us for that.
Yeah, that's a good tier. That's a good rating.
Now let's talk about our boy King from One Punch Man.
He's top 2. Yeah, I mean, we're just looking at empirical evidence. The stats speak for themselves. Top 2 hero. Saitama is not even up there. Well, like, what can you say? King is he's the king.
For those who don't know, King is a guy. He's just a regular looking guy. He has aura. He looks really cool. The way he climbed his way to the top was through things like his King engine, where his heart beats really, really fast, and people think he's like revving up some crazy power or something. They just think he's like the strongest guy in the universe, because he's always in the right place at the right time, or should I say, wrong place at the right time. He doesn't want to be where he's at, but there's nothing he can do about it. I will say, his intimidation factor is very respectable. Some people will say he's a complete meme, but I think just having that intimidation factor is a weapon in itself.
Exactly. Even if he doesn't think about it or recognize it himself, the fact that other people are perceiving him as a threat is actually it actually matters.
I would say he's a bit of a stretch, but given that he has no kind of combat, I would say he's got to be a complete meme.
Yeah, you're right. He's a meme. Like, some people would call him the king of frauds, but I'm not some people. I'm just a man of culture, and I can recognize true talent when I see it.
Now we got Asgore, the guy who drank a beer and started drunk driving and eventually took over the internet. The song goes hard, by the way.
Now the question I gotta ask is, did Asgore get arrested for that? Because if he didn't, that means that guy is stronger than the cops.
Well, he is a former cop in Deltarune. He was the former chief or something, so he probably pulled some strings. He definitely hit that deer though. He should definitely be investigated thoroughly. Is actually very strong in Undertale. He's the king of the monsters. He is a boss monster, one of the strongest at that. When you fight him in the game, he destroys the mercy button. That is one of the hardest things to happen in a boss fight, destroying the mercy button. So he's not anywhere near a complete meme. I would say he's strong and funny.
I think that's a good ranking, but if somebody can actually just completely delete the mercy button, then I gotta give respect where respect is due.
Asgore's a monster, no pun intended. But now we have, you know what? Let's do these two jointly together, because I think we're gonna have a similar sentiment on them. We have Nicole Watterson and Richard Watterson, one of the most powerful couples. This is unironically busted. Let's just say it at that. First of all, Richard Watterson, you give this man a job, he almost resets the universe by just delivering a pizza.
It's crazy because Richard Watterson is the only person I've ever seen defeat the job application. Nobody can do that.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this before. I think he's the reason we're all afraid of jobs. Imagine the wrong person gets a job like him and threatens the universe. They might not be as powerful, but if everybody gets jobs, the balance of power in the universe just shifts. We got to stay unemployed, guys. I'm just kidding. Don't strive to be unemployed. We haven't even mentioned Nicole Watterson, the woman he's afraid of. She has the penance there. She's casually doing the most impossible. Mr. Impossible. Okay. Nicole can casually turn into anime character, go Super Saiyan. I mean, you know what's crazy about her? She consistently performs these insane feats. Someone like Richard is just like an episode basis, but Nicole is consistently broken in a world where there are always memes.
You know, it's crazy because I saw that video he made where like she essentially dogs on Sukuna, and Sukuna's like king of curses. So that means like Nicole is I don't know. I don't even know what's above that, but the queen of fiction maybe. That might be a bit of a stretch, but I know how busted Nicole is. She terrifies me, and you know, my gumball knowledge isn't even that high.
Yeah, if anyone says these two aren't unironically busted, they're just wrong. But anyways, this next guy is honestly the pioneer of all these characters. We have Chuck Norris himself. Without him, all of these overly glazed characters for the sake of a joke wouldn't be possible. He was like one of the first memes ever.
And after Family Guy, like I was convinced that this guy might be the strongest human in the world.
Yeah, you know, when the Hulk gets really angry, he turns into Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris doesn't even get angry. He's just chronically on demon time.
They say Chuck Norris built the hospital he was born in. Anyways, memes aside, to my awareness, Chuck Norris is like from a bunch of action like movies, right? Once had a movie where he was fighting Bruce Lee. So that tells you that even outside of the memes, he's still pretty broken. He's a very strong individual.
Especially considering he's just like a regular dude. In comparison to other regular dudes, this guy's unironically busted.
There's a reason why he's even a meme in the first place, because of how crazy powerful he looks in the movies that he's in. So I would say strong and funny.
You know what? I think that's a fair rating. That's fair.
On the topic of these pioneers of meme characters being strong, we have Shrek. I don't remember the last time I've seen a Shrek meme, but when they were coming out, he was just that guy. He was like the king of all the meme characters.
I think we got to give Shrek a lot of credit because he looks disgusting and he's still rizzed up like a baddie at the time. Well, after the ogreification, like, I mean, we don't talk about that. That was a doomsday for all of us. But I mean, the fact that he even rizzed her up to begin with is pretty impressive.
I don't know how many edits I've seen of him fighting like Goku or something. I remember the GTA days as well. People would always like mod him into GTA and he's just doing these god level feats, but he is strong in the world of Shrek. I mean, he's fought against the dragon before. That's probably one of his best feats. I don't know if it's like anything crazier than that. I mean, you know, he's no donkey who, you know what he did to a dragon.
At the very least, he's not a fraud. I would say he's like a perfect character for that meme tier because it's like, yeah, he has like some strength. It's not crazy. He does some funny meme stuff, but like, he's not a fraud. Definitely not a fraud.
I feel like I would give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, he's certainly capable in a fight to be in a bit of a stretch, I feel like.
Well, he does have limited fire manipulation and fourth wall awareness, so that's pretty impressive. I gotta say that.
You could at least pair him in a fight to Puss in Boots. Like, Puss in Boots wouldn't dog him in a fight, would he? Honestly, I think he kind of would. He kind of would. I can't lie.
I think Puss in Boots did defeat him too.
I don't know. Okay, I'll give you the complete meme. We'll put Shrek in the meme. They make him out to be way too strong for him to be any higher.
That's what I think too.
But now we have the one and only Terence. Terence kind of scares me, and he is certainly pushing the unironically busted category because this guy can move.
Just a question, actually. How? The guy's a freaking bird.
You see, there's another angry bird from the movie called Chuck. He has a scene like Metro Man, you know, where it's like time is almost frozen and he's just sprinting through them, doing all kinds of tasks in basically no time whatsoever. There's been moments where Terence outspeeds him. They don't show it on the screen. It all happens like off camera. Maybe he's too fast for the cameraman. He'll just like randomly teleport and even surprise him. So that just goes to show you how dangerous this guy is. He's shrouded in mystery. Like, apparently he has some kind of crazy backstory. Like, I think he murdered people before. You know what he kind of reminds me of? You remember Sloth from Full Metal Alchemist, right? He's like the strongest one, like all big. All of a sudden, he's the fastest homunculi. Like, what? And at Terrence's size, this guy is he like the representation of one of the 7 deadly sins or something? Like, Terence, I think he can go in strong and funny, mostly because we don't really know what he did before. We just know it's something dangerous and bad.
You know, the thing about Terence is that prior to the 7 deadly sins, there's only seven of them, but he created the 8th sin. The 8th sin is Terence.
What would that even mean? Like, what would Terence even represent?
No, Terence, the sin of Terence. Like, that's it. He invented a new sin, exactly.
The Quickster, aka Spongebob.
This might be a hot take. I'm calling Quickster a fraud, and I think my rationale is actually pretty fair. It's because the Quickster defeated himself. Like, he saw that rock. Yeah, we didn't see how fast he actually went because he's just too fast. But like, none of that matters. Is when the time comes for you to fight, you're the one, you're kicking yourself to the curb.
Yeah, like if I'm not mistaken, the way he like defeated himself, he was just running in a circle too much, right? Because he got like his face caught on fire or something.
Was not a good look for the Quickster, and you know, tarnished his reputation. Hasn't been able to recover since then. You know, the job applications started coming after him. Dude is just at a low point in his life right now.
I don't remember a job application, but
clearly you missed that SpongeBob episode.
I must have. What if we talk about SpongeBob as a whole? I know people are gonna say unironically busted because he like unraveled the universe at one point, but his feats are so inconsistent because then you got moments like that, but then there's also the moments where he defeats himself or like he can't even lift some teddy bears. So make him a complete meme.
No, I think so, because here's the thing. If he unraveled the universe and it just finished there, it would have been fine. But then after that, Patrick unraveled him. So therefore, Patrick is the actual unironically busted character in SpongeBob.
That is true. Patrick is like a monster. His strength is kind of insane. He's definitely the strongest SpongeBob character. But as for SpongeBob himself, I don't know if I want to call him a complete meme, but I feel like that's what he is in terms of strength because he's one of those gag characters. I feel like gag characters, those guys are memes for the most part.
Look, I'm still calling him a fraud. Bro still does not have his driver's license.
You know what? No arguments here. Put SpongeBob in the fraud till he can learn how to drive. Robin, but not just any kind of Robin. We have Robin from Teen Titans Go.
He's like arguably the most evil version of Robin I've ever witnessed, because he's just like happy with like unaliving like anybody if they get in his way. Kid Flash, bro has, can I say this word on YouTube? I'll say it anyways. He has a hate boner for Kid Flash.
No, yeah. The sour grape, yeah, the whole sour grapes thing is kind of hilarious. That definitely gets him the strong and funny, at least for me. Like, but the fact that he could take out Kid Flash with the whack of his staff is crazy. And that's not even the strongest character he's beaten. He's beaten Darkseid.
If it was regular Robin, I'd actually put him in unironically busted, because Robin has some pretty insane feats. But since it's Teen Titans Go, yeah, strong and funny makes the most sense.
No, yeah, out of all the Teen Titans, if you had to pick one to fight, you do not want to pick Robin. But anyways, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. This is a character that has always confused me. Like, I know there's like the Ultra Instinct, like super powerful Shaggy. Like, is that even canon? I know they put it in the game Multiverses. That game fell off, by the way, but I don't know. Like, is there any powerful canon Shaggys?
So here's the thing. If it was Shaggy and Scooby, I think unironically busted would be a fair discussion. But since this is just base Shaggy, I gotta put him in fraud, because the only reason he's as popular as he is because of Scooby.
So what has Scooby-Doo done to make him unironically busted? I mean, Shaggy, like, yeah, he's just a skinny dude that likes to eat.
I think a better question is, what hasn't Scooby done?
I will say though, them sandwiches he be eating, they outscale like his own size. Like, they'd be like half the size of him and he'd be chomping that down. That might be a little dangerous if he put that to use.
Don't watch out for Shaggy. When Shaggy gets hungry, the world is ending.
No, yeah, he is an eater. He's an eater. That sounds crazy.
Yo.
That sounds, yeah, that was the surge. I did. Okay, I think we could compromise. I'll put him in complete meme. You wanted him in fraud. I wanted him like a little higher. Let's make him a meme.
Okay, sounds good.
He's also a pioneer. We gotta give him his respect. Like Shrek, Chuck Norris, and Shaggy, those are like 3 generations that set the stage for everyone else here. But anyways, we have one character left, and this is also, I would say, a pioneer. If you like Pokemon, you should know where this is going. We have Bidoof, the HM slave himself.
See, it's funny because, when I was approaching this video, I was like, yeah, Bidoof is going into meme. He's going into like a fraud. Like, I thought those were the talking point categories, I would argue. But the more I thought about it, Bidoof is like, he's the all-around Pokemon. He can do everything. Like, not even a Charizard can do everything. Not even Rayquaza can do everything. Like, this is the Pokemon who's like a master of everything. I think Bidoof is unironically busted, or at the very least strong and funny, because I mean, look at that guy. That guy is he's just chilling.
Unless you're fighting a ghost type. If you use Bidoof with the Focus Sash, hit him with Endeavor, and then Quick Attack,
it's game over.
It's kind of busted. You could beat Arceus with that.
Yeah, no, I've literally seen people in Pokemon Showdown do that. That's why I think Bidoof is like actually one of the top tiers on this list. If it's not unironically busted, at least he's strong and funny, and I would be fine with that.
Yeah, strong and funny. You can make him strong technically. Like, we just walked through it. I'm not mad at that. And he's a very useful Pokemon.
Yeah, he is. He actually is.
What has he done that's funny?
He's just funny looking. Absolutely.
Are you Bidoofist?
Like, I guess I am. I have a Bidoof hate agenda right now, and it's starting today.
Oh my goodness gracious! Shame on you. Okay, wait. I thought that was the last one, but we have one more character here. We have the non-subscribers.
If you want to get into unironically busted, you gotta sub to the channel. Otherwise, you're frauds.
Yeah, the non-subscribers, complete frauds. There's some losers, right? I mean, there's probably like 2% of the people watching this video that are actually subscribed. So that means you're probably a loser unless you subscribe. I'm just kidding. I would appreciate it, but
watch out. Jay's in his gaslight arc.